Okay, Alhamdulillah. So can we start ke macam mana ya?
Okay,
Terus.
anytime.
Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera kepada semua profesors, profesor madya, doktors, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Alhamdulillah. Today's webinar is a continuation of the series of talks previously held and organized by the Shariah in Built Environment or SiBE under the Southeast Asia Built Environment Research Centre, SiBE, Faculty of Architecture, Planning and Surveying, in collaboration with Muamalah in Islamic Built Environment, MILBE, Academy of Contemporary Islamic Studies, ACIS. This effort is part of SiBE's activities in promoting and disseminating knowledge about Shariah in the built environment. I am Siti Mazrin binti Kamaruddin, the moderator for this session. Before we proceed further, let us read the Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, Amin. Right. We are pleased to have our speaker today, Surveyor Dr. Irwan Muhammad Ali, to present his talk entitled Muslim-Friendly Tourism and Hospitality, Facilities Management Epistemology. Correct, Doctor? Okay, before I introduce the speaker, let us take note of some housekeeping rules. Kindly mute your microphone while the speaker is presenting. And this talk will be scheduled from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And the Q&A session will be held around 11:30 to 12 p.m. For the Q&A session, please write your name and question in the chat box available before the end of the talk. However, participants may also ask questions directly to our presenter during the Q&A session. And please fill in the attendance provided in the chat box for our actions and records. So let me introduce you about our speaker today. Our speaker is Dr. Irwan Muhammad Ali. He is currently the coordinator for Industrial Community and Alumni Network ICAN, Universiti Teknologi Perak branch. He is a senior lecturer at UiTM Perak, a member of the Royal Institution of Surveyors Malaysia, RISM. He's also a registered building surveyor, MyRBS. Dr. Irwan holds a PhD in Design and Built Environment, a master's degree in Facilities Management, and a bachelor's degree in Building Surveying from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. He also holds diploma and certificate in Building Services Engineering from Sultan Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah Polytechnic Kedah and Kuching Sarawak Polytechnic. Surveyor Dr. Irwan Muhammad Ali is experienced in teaching building design management BIM, computer aided design CAD, building information modeling Revit architecture and building services engineering at Universiti Terbuka Malaysia (OUM), Universiti Teknologi Petronas, UTP and Wawasan Open University, University Science Malaysia and in UiTM. His research and consulting activities focus on the areas of space management, facilities management and building surveying practices. He's very active in writing and publishing papers and journal articles and is the lead researcher for the Islamic Tourism Centre ITC research grant under the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture Malaysia, MOTAC. Without any further delay, please welcome our guest speaker, Surveyor Dr. Irwan Muhammad Ali, to present his talk.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And very good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Mazrin, moderator for our session today. So, we'll share my slide. So I think everyone can see my slide, right?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, all praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, the Merciful, and also all beneficent by whose grace and blessing have enabled us together here for the live webinar series edition 3 talk. I think the first talk for 2022 under the Shariah in the environment SiBE, and then SiBE, and also under FSPU with collaboration with MILBE and also HIS. So thank you very much, especially to the committee of SiBE for inviting me to speak in this webinar series. Alhamdulillah, actually it's a great honor for me to be here with you all to share my thought, my experience related to this topic. Okay, my respected brothers and sisters, allow me to begin this webinar session with the words of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala in Surah Al-Ankabut, verse 20, where says a prophet, travel in the earth and see how the first creation was, then Allah will build or fulfill the creation of the hereafter. Surely Allah has power over all things. And according to our beloved Prophet Mustafa Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has said, take benefit of 5 before 5, your youth before your old age, your health before your sickness, your wealth before your poverty, your free time before your preoccupation, and your life before your death. Mustadrak Hakim. So in relation with this webinar session, so this is my presentation outline. So I will share with you all first what is Muslim friendly, the terms of Muslim friendly, and secondly the definition of Islamic tourism and hospitality, and then what is the current trend in facilities management, and the interesting part is the integration or the integration or transformation of Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality in the context of facilities management epistemology. And also I will share with all the implication of FM in Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality, and remarks and with some conclusion, and also a recommendation, part of my finding from my research grant under Islamic Tourism Center. So this is just overview. So basically, today's sharing session is based on my finding research in Islamic Tourism Research Grant, ITRG, which is I was and my team was one of the recipients of ITRG for exactly 2019 circle. So I think my research, I think this research is the only one from built environment, and then the rest from hotel and hospitality management, business management. So I think it's a unique for them, especially for Islamic Tourism Center, because during my presentation to grab this grant, the top management are quite impressed in terms of the topic that I want to embed in, especially in Islamic tourism, which is the epistemology of facilities management. So how facilities management can help in terms of how we maintain or how we sustain or how we improve the existing implementation or practice of tourism and hospitality in the context of Muslim friendly. So uh, uh, according to ITC, there are 10 recipients for the research from where the total numbers of more than 200 submission for this research. I think I would like to advise or encourage my friends, if you have any good topic or potential research that you want to contribute in the context of Islamic tourism. So I think you can go to itc.gov.my. I think every year they have some budget for research grant. Okay, but maybe because of the pandemic COVID-19, so the research grant maybe quite a delay or postponed for the next year. So another overview, this is my article 15 February 2022 in Berita Harian. So the title is Kemudahan Lestari Lonjak Konsep Pelancongan Hospitality Mesra Muslim. So basically this article also based on my a part of finding from the ITRG research grant. So I would like to quote here. Permintaan terhadap produk pelancongan halal semakin meningkat disebabkan perubahan dalam keadaan sosial dan ekonomi negara yang majoriti rakyatnya beragama Islam, especially in the context in our country in Malaysia. So, justru pelancongan dan hospitality mesra Muslim antara konsep dalam pelancongan yang mempunyai potensi besar dan sering dibincangkan dalam kalangan penggiat industri tempatan dan antarabangsa as well. So it shows that tourism and hospitality in the context of to tackle Muslim tourists around the world is a big opportunity and a big market. So as a moderate country, we have a good potential to promote Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality, and we actually under ITC, Islamic Tourism Center, has they play a very important role as an ambassador of Malaysia to promote Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality concept in the context of our Malaysia, Asia. Okay, so next, so we define Muslim friendly. So Muslim friendly refers to service that are suitable for Muslim. So as we know, we as a Muslim, we have a guideline, we have rules according to our holy book, Quran, and also Sunnah, based on Sunnah. So there are certain requirement, there are certain consideration that we have to follow. So therefore, in the context of tourism and hospitality, so Muslim friendly is a very trending right now, especially in Japan, in Korea. So they also prefer Muslim friendly as a part of to promote their tourism industry, to allow to promote to invite all visitor or tourists from Muslim country, especially in Middle East, to come. So therefore, they have to provide in the context of Muslim-friendly facilities or product, especially in this context is tourism product. Hey, sorry. Okay, so next, Islamic tourism and hospitality. So Islamic tourism is not just limited to the provision of, as we know, we provide halal food, and then some requirement, but also is the important part is it includes hospitality services, which is comply with this Islamic law in the context of I think the major context in this webinar is Shariah, patuh Shariah. Okay, so this encompass hotels, a resort, restaurant, and airlines that do not serve alcoholic beverage, offer foods with halal certificates, and provide separate wellness facilities for women, prayer facilities, and generally Muslim-friendly environment. So this is basic terminology or terms that use under Islamic Tourism Center, ITC. And also, as we know, ITC is under the agency under Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia, MOTEC. So they will provide standard, what is standard under Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality. So we can get a lot of information from ITC. So in this method. So let's go to facilities management. So basic term of facilities management is, it is a profession that encompasses multiple disciplines to ensure functionality. The focus is functionality, comfort, and also safety and efficiency of the built environment by integrating these four major criteria, which is the people, place, the process, and also technology. So this definition is according to International Facility Management Association. So what is FM epistemology? So currently, in facilities management business flow, we can look at these five pillars, which is related to the strategy, how we strategize our in managing our facilities, and also sourcing, how we manage us in terms of either when we want to in-house or outsource our services, and also operational. So how we operate our facilities, and then how we monitor our facilities, and also we also produce a review in also to improve the service that we provide, and also it will contribute to a continuous development. So there are several enablers that we have to consider in terms of leadership, how we manage our resource, and also management of information system. Because nowadays everything we have IoT, AI, so everything we we can access all the data at any time. So facilities management revolution, so in the context of FM epistemology, so the first era of FM is we are working in silos, because the team, for example, the utility teams, cleaning and security services, M&E, and also and etc., they are working in silo. So these are very conventional or very traditional methods of how we manage our facilities. And therefore, in era 2.0, we consolidate all the services, services that we provide in specific building. And then in the era 3.0, we move forward in terms of how we archive our information or data, and then how we generate reporting in order to make a good decision in the context of our facilities, managing our facilities. And now we at 4.0. Nowadays, everything is IR 4.0, construction 4.0. So now we are at the era of 4.0. So in facilities management, we are focusing on how we integrate and automate our facilities management in the context of data analytics, and how from this data, IoT, data analytics, real-time data, it will help facility manager or the management to give a solid, concrete, or the best solution in the context of how we monitor our asset, how we monitor our energy efficiency in the building, and etc. So that's the epistemology of FM in the meantime. So in the context of Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality, with regards to FM epistemology, the main goals is very generic, with plus spiritual and also social goals. So the attractiveness and competitiveness of a destination through the strategic decision on the level and range of facilities that should be available, and the regulation of operator in the context of how we manage the facilities to support Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality. So the concept is must be flexible, rational, simple, and also balanced with the existing environment or condition. So in the context of the competition, how we complete co-influence and cohabitants is a very important concept that we have to include in Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality. And also we have to bear in mind the benefit of this tourism and hospitality towards economic growth and culture, sustainability, and conservative of the environment. So the keyword is sustainable. So how we sustain everything, and then at the same time we improve, or we promote Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality. So the component that we have to consider, yes, the Shariah, religious, and then our local culture, and also a spiritual facilities. And then the product, mainly the product that we normally relate to Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality is, as we based on from previous research, most of the researchers focus on facilities related to prayer times, halal foods, and also travel tips, and also hotel facilities nearby to the attraction area, Qiblat sign, and also reading materials, for example, Quran, and also religious reading materials in hotels or accommodation. So the demand is, there are two types of demand in this context. So the first one is tangible, which is prayer facilities, and also halal foods, how we provide these facilities. And we have intangible in the context of Islamic entertainment, Islamic dress code, general Islamic morality, and Islamic, for example, call for prayer, azan, and etc. So the first the first attribute that I want to share with you all here is food stall or restaurant facilities. So most of the previous research focus on when we talk on tourism and hospitality related to Muslim friendly in the context of facilities management epistemology. The first thing is cleanliness. See, this is a very important. So how the facility manager, for especially hotels, restaurant, and food stall, so how they provide or how they monitor and guarantee the cleanliness of the food and the facilities itself is very important. And also we have to consider on how we improve the cleaning process and also handling technique to improve handling technique uh, uh, based on the staff, hotel staff or restaurant staff. So how we they handling the foods. Okay, or in the since last 2 years or 3 years we facing pandemic COVID-19. So the context of handling and also sanitation of these facilities is very important. So we have to consider on how we improvise or how we improve in terms of hygiene and halal product is very critical, especially when we're promoting Muslim-friendly product. So halal and taiba is very subjective. Okay, very subjective. So therefore, as a facility manager, for example, you as a facility manager of this facility, so you have to ensure that halal and taiba is well practiced, not only to provide a halal certificate, but also the process must be halal according to Quran and Sunnah, according to Shariah. And then the other thing, second thing is prayer room facilities. So the main thing in the context of prayer room facilities, we must have a good accessibility to this facility. So most based on previous research, we found that most of the tourists or travelers, they have problem with the access to prayer room facilities. So that is the main concern. So we have to provide a good accessibility for male and also for female. So we have to provide a separate prayer room facilities, and at the same time, layout of these facilities plays an important role. So we have to some researcher highlight in terms of uh, uh, space layout for male and female in the context of prayer facilities. So we have to provide equal for male and female in the context of the facilities, supporting facilities, and also safety and security. So maybe for male, in the context of safety and security is very less important, but for women, safety and security in prayer facilities is very vital. It's very important. Okay? Because we know that there's also in extreme cases some targeted they target prayer facilities as to violent behavior and also crime. Okay? So washroom or toilet facilities. So these facilities we must be in the context of a universal, must be universal design, and then the orientation. Okay, the orientation according to Shariah, according to Muslim, our local culture. And then these facilities also must be in the context of hygiene. The concern of hygiene is very critical because we normally often use these facilities. So therefore, during the pandemic COVID-19, hygiene is very vital in especially in washroom or toilet. And the concern of sustainability of water sustainable. So we have to ensure that water saving in washroom or toilet facilities or any appliances provide in these facilities must be according to the policy of water saving. Because the effect of water saving was associated with the operational and maintenance expenses for long run. So next is transportation facilities. So in the context of transportation facilities, most of the tourists or traveler, they need they need a solid or detailed service information before they travel, or maybe before they use any specific transportation services. So we have to ensure that all these transportation facilities must have a good service information to the tourists, and also must have a good accessibility to the facilities, to the transportation facilities. For example, to airport, or maybe for example KL Central, okay, the specific transportation facilities. And also in terms of cost, must be at acceptable standard. Okay, so as a FM practitioner, so we have to consider the customer or the client comfort is well secure in this in the context of hospitality. Because tourist experience and overall satisfaction are normally based on their comfort or their experience in specific facilities. So next is accommodation facilities. So most of Muslim traveler or Muslim tourists, they prefer to visit accommodation that provide a non-alcohol restaurant or facilities, and also in the context of furniture. The context of furniture layout, the furniture, the designing of the furniture should be considered to ensure that the space is optimized without jeopardizing the ability of the guests to perform their religious practice. For example, if they want to pray in the facilities, because some furniture in the accommodation is not well not well designed with regard to the Muslim friendly facilities. And also Qiblah direction. So this signage of Qiblah direction in all accommodation is very, very important, because as a Muslim, we always prefer to have a Qiblah direction, official Qiblah direction in any facilities. And also, as a added value is to provide reading material, for example, Quran, and also religious reading materials is very important to promote, or in order for us to to promote a Muslim friendly context. So next is cleaning services facilities. So mainly, most of the tourists, Muslim from Muslim country, they are preferred to have the main concern is how this material or carpet, floor is the cleanliness of carpet, floor, mattress, pillow, and also sanitary appliances in the hotel or in this tourism facilities. So these are very important. So how we manage these facilities, throughout cleaning services must be according to Shariah compliance. So we have to make sure that the carpet or floor is clean in the context of Shariah and also all these things. Next is communication facilities. So the communication services or network in this in the context of Muslim-friendly tourism, so must be accurate and also must be reliable, and we have to ensure that the network is secure, and speed network is also among the criteria that the tourism preferred before they go for traveling. Okay, so the communication facilities is also very important for us to monitor. And then water supply facilities. So this mainly specifically refer to the water main sources, and also relate to water pressure, and must be uninterrupted. They also must have a good storage in order to, for example, like Klang Valley normally have a water interrupt. So we have to ensure that we have a good storage system, and also we have to ensure that all these water supply facilities at a good condition in terms of their cleanliness and also Sharia compliant. And we also focus on Islamic facade facilities. So in Islamic facade facilities, we are focused on neo-Islamic style, which is we have a modern nowadays we have a modern Islamic style in the context of architecture as a product to promote visitor or tourists from Muslim country. And another Islamic facade facilities a courtyard. Some as we can see, some country they are promoting their courtyard and also ornament and also garden with preferring to Islamic architecture. So these are also as a good product for we in the context of facilities management to promote to encourage Muslim friendly or any visitor to come to enjoy or to celebrate the Islamic facade that we have, especially in our country. And then the main important things from all these attributes that we have discussed here is, the first is the last one is separate recreation facilities. This is among the main criteria, especially for Middle East visitor. So they are preferring to have a very good separate recreation facilities. Okay, in terms of first a leisure sport. Okay, maybe we have to maybe as a facility manager you have to arrange a specific time for different gender, or we have to provide a separate regulation. Maybe from this when we have a separate recreation facilities, maybe it will incur some cost, but in return, we can promote more visitors from Middle East country. And then the second product is a swimming pool. Also, we should provide separate recreation facilities in gymnasium and amusement park. So these are among the criteria the Muslim-friendly tourism are preferred before they decide to go or to travel to any country. So in the context of sustainable destination facilities model towards Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality success in the era of pandemic COVID-19. So we have conduct some research. So in order to find what is the traveler or tourist perception in terms of sustainable destination facilities towards Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality success in the era of pandemic COVID-19. So the first ranking is they are focusing on how the accommodation facilities is clean and also to always carry out the sanitation, follow the SOP, and etc. And then the second attribute is food stall, restaurant facilities is a second criteria which is very important for the traveler. And then the third one is prayer room facilities. So we have, because we know that these prayer room or prayer facilities most visited area. So we have to ensure that these facilities is well sanitized, well managed, and in the context of hygiene and cleanliness. And then the fourth is transportation facilities. So how we provide a good transportation in the era of pandemic COVID-19. So we have to ensure that the hygiene, the sanitation of these facilities to be carried out. And then number 5 is separated recreation, as we mentioned previously. And then ranking number 6 is cleaning services facilities. So for the overall facilities. Number 7 is washroom and toilet facilities, and then the last one is Islamic facilities. So based on this ranking, it shows that the accommodation is the main important facilities that we have a facility manager or facilities management team that they have to consider in order to support Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality. So one of the finding from this research also. So moving forward, we have to focus 7 main criteria. So in order to ensure that Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality is a success. So the first one is prayer room facilities. Okay. Second is washroom and toilet facilities. And then the other one is transportation facilities. Communication, next is communication facilities, and also water supply facilities, Islamic facilities, and also the last one is separate recreation facilities. So this is based on the tourist feedback on how we ensure that Muslim-friendly product is sustained and competitive in the context of tourism. So this finding actually based on quantitative survey. We are targeted at least 1,500 respondents across Malaysia. Alhamdulillah, a total of 1,060 respondents participate in this research, mainly local residents. So it shows 70% of we have a 70% response rate. I think between solid 2 months survey during pandemic, also during pandemic COVID-19. So moving forward, first the contribution of Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality with regard to sustainable destination facilities. So first, in the context of economy, we will generate income for the local, for example, at specific area or location that promote Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality, they can generate income, extra income, and also we provide job opportunities for other Muslims. So as long we follow the term or definition or standard of Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality, so it will provide a good opportunity, a job opportunity, future opportunity for other Muslims, and also specifically it will support halal tourism or Islamic tourism or specific Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality. So in the context of how we support this product, so it will in terms of collaboration, it will establish safety and health facilities. So a visitor or tourists, they can travel with in mind that their safety and health is secure, and also with a good cooperation between vendor or facility service provider to ensure that the safety and health of the facilities it will support Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality product. So in the context of social and culture, it will improve human relationship within good facilities, and also facilities with less and zero negative impact to society. So we want to ensure that the facilities that in relation with tourism and hospitality, it will support the society or culture development. And the main important part is it will promote Islamic practice or Shariah practice. Okay. And then the last one is in the context of environment. So it will protect nature environment based on sustainable development with the, based on the criteria as we know in stipulate in sustainable development goals. So for conclusion, okay, research into Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality is widely researched, especially in hotel management, business management, and also information management. But still lacking in the area of built environment. So that is a big opportunity for brothers and sisters. If you have any good research topic that you want to do in relation with Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality, I think I would like to encourage, or I would like to advise you to maybe try to grab for ITRG research grant under Islamic Tourism Center. So second point is most of the previous studies merely focus, focus on the main concept, issues and challenges of Islamic tourism. Okay, so there is a lacking in terms of built environment. And number three, uh, there are gaps in the area of the environment practice, such as in my field, facilities management. Maybe brothers and sisters, if you are from quantity surveying, maybe you can highlight what is the contribution of quantity surveying in Muslim-friendly tourism, and also maybe for interior designer or architecture. So, what is the contribution of this field in Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality? So, I would like, and also I would like to add in my conclusion, it's a good sustainable destination facilities management initiative. It will benefit, surely it will benefit Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality growth. There is a good relationship. If you have a good sustainable destination facilities management, it will improve Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality product, especially in Malaysia. So support Muslim-friendly tourism hospitality stakeholders to better utilize their destination facilities with respect to sustainability, delivering better services and hospitality. So if we as a tourist or traveler, so we have to support all these stakeholder that promoting Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality to support them. Okay, support them, and we give a good suggestion and a good recommendation in order to improve service delivery in the context of Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality. So as for recommendation, based on the research that we conduct, we have two major recommendation here. So the first one is sustainable development, sustainable destination facilities certification that will help travelers make decision when they travel. So this certification is important for Muslim consumer to rate the destination facilities, the degree of compliance with Muslim-friendly tourism hospitality. So the compliance here in the context of Shariah compliance. So the second thing is sustainable destination facilities, Muslim-friendly tourism hospitality, star ratings and reviews. So an establishment of SDF, Muslim-friendly tourism hospitality star rating. So this rating and reviews are significant as it is used by potential travelers to collect information and to make judgment on tourism product. So same goes with when we travel, when we booking for accommodation or hotel in maybe Agoda, Booking.com. So we go for we will look to the rating and reviews from previous customer. So from this, it will provide good information for the traveler before they choose any hotel or any facilities that they want to use during their travel. Okay. So I think with this recommendation, so I think that's all for my presentation. So overall presentation. So I would like to thank to the committee again for this, I think, opportunity for me to share my 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 knowledge in the context of Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality with regard to facilities management epistemology. So everyone, for those who are interested to get this slide, you just need to scan this QR code, my slide, and then this is yeah, wakaf free. Everyone, you can get this slide. So if you have any further question, or maybe you want to contact me, so you can maybe from this platform, social media, okay, you can email me my official UiTM email and also my Gmail here. Yeah, I think that's all for my short sharing session. So I give back the floor to the moderator. Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Dr. Irwan, for such an insightful and very knowledgeable presentation. Okay, in the chat box, we have a question from Prof. Adil. Is that correct? Prof, would you like to ask, or do you want me to just read your question?
Can I speak?
Yes, please.
Am I allowed to speak? I thought it was a chat.
No, please ask the question.
Okay. Thank you, Azil. Just for starters, the way I look at your presentation, everyone, thank you very much, and it's very insightful about your presentation. First and foremost, what I look at is conventional versus Muslim friendly or slash Shariah compliance lah. That's what I look at your presentation. That's all about. So straight to my question, separate in Muslim or Muslim friendly or Shariah compliance areas like restaurants, swimming pool, and other facilities that you mentioned. Because if you talk about the building, what do you call it, but we are talking about tourism and hospitality, and if the hotel is always a hotel lah. The facilities is all there. Okay,
Yeah.
same whether it's conventional or Muslim friendly, more or less it's the same. What make them different is that how we approach them. Say for example, yeah, you mentioned like the aesthetic, the facade, the design concept, special space, and all that sort of thing. But I'm looking more on the practicality, on the customers and visitors. So that is my question is all about. This is where about when you talk about conventional and Muslim friendly. What about whether catering for non-Muslim customers? Are we excluding them? They are not welcome to the facilities because it may not suit them. They may find it odd, awkward, or whatnot. That is my question. First question. The second one will be the registration. Will it be Shariah compliance? Will it be, as I said, it's more Shariah compliance rather than Muslim friendly. You have to take out your proof of marriage, and so on and so forth. So just to make sure that it is, as I said Shariah compliance. You have the right to be in the hotel. And finally, will visitors be screened and controlled before they are allowed to register and use the hotel facilities? Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Fadil Muhammad. Ni Dr. Fadil ni, yalah, dulu masa buat master di Shah Alam, selalu juga terserempak di IPSIS tu, jabat siswaza tu. Okay, saya cuba, I will try to answer the question. Okay, so the first one, separate and Muslim Sharia compliance, like restaurants, swimming pools, and other facilities. What about catering for non-Muslim customer? So yes, this is also the main concern of ITC, Islamic Tourism Center. So the product is Muslim friendly, but not limited to our Muslim brothers. So it also includes all citizens, but the concept is rely on focus on Muslim friendly. So in this context, we just provide this the vendor or facilities provider. We are focusing on how these facilities is Muslim friendly and also available for the non-Muslim. Okay, but priority is for our Muslim brothers. Okay, the second question, hotel registration to be Shariah compliance with proof of marriage, etc. So I think this is also another main concern of maybe for our religious authority in Malaysia. I think for the time being, there is no integration between Ministry of Tourism and also our local religious authorities on how this regulation or how this requirement or standard being applied as a part of Muslim friendly package. That is my point that I can share with Dr. Fadil. And then the last one, will visitor be screened and controlled before they are allowed to register and use the hotel facilities? Yeah, I think as what I mentioned in my recommendation. So we provide good information, all this from this SDF certification or any rating tools. So it will provide a guideline or information for the traveler to select or to choose their facilities. But in the context of the accommodation provider or hotel management, in the context of how they screen and control the customer, I think for the time being, the practice is especially in the era of pandemic COVID-19 pun, rasanya the main their main concern is you have MySejahtera or fully vaccinated. I think that's the minimum requirement. But for the in with regard to Muslim friendly or criteria, I think they are not for the time being, they are not focusing on that criteria. But in the context of a customer or a consumer as a tourist or traveler, so we have an option to choose which accommodation or hotel or facilities that in our mind or based on the information that we have in based on available information we have in from website or internet. So this will use as a guide for us to choose which accommodation rate or consider as a Muslim friendly. So I think that's my humble comment to my Sifu. My Sifu, I can also call my Sifu PM Dr. Muhammad Fadil Muhammad.
Yeah. Just one thing which actually not so much bothering me, but I just wondering whether, because since you are doing this research, because you are using Muslim friendly, right? Will there be any difference between Muslim friendly and Sharia compliance? Is it the same ataupun you branding, you tukar brand kepada Muslim friendly? Because I think there are a lot of similarities, there's a lot of understanding which could be the same. I'm not quite sure. That's why I said the reason why kenapa you pakai Muslim friendly rather than Sharia compliance. Thank you, Irwan. Thank you.
Okay, because masa awal-awal pun my proposal I tend to use Sharia compliance in facilities management. And then I got a comment from ITC, which is I think I think their league lah, dia punya standard tu. The term Muslim friendly is the term that they commonly used, especially in promoting tourism and hospitality in the context of Muslim country. So when we go to when we find information in ITC, Islamic Tourism Center, yeah, most of the article they use Muslim friendly. So yeah, yalah, kita nak mohon gerannya, kita kena ikut dia lah. Itulah bro.
Faham. Because the thing is that, kalau correct me if I'm wrong, Muslim friendly can be non-Shariah compliance, but tapi Shariah compliance will have to be Muslim friendly. Betul ke tidak?
Yeah, I do agree with you, bro. Sebab yelah, macam kita, we are in built environment. Maybe for our brothers and sisters from Aceh, yeah, dia punya dia punya sensitivity tu mungkin berlainan. Macam kita in facilities management, we are focusing on the facilities itself, either it is Sharia compliance or not. But maybe for our colleague or brothers and sisters from Aceh, so their concerns maybe related to this details. Which one is purely Sharia compliance, not Sharia compliance? Yeah, I think that's the different. Yeah, lah, maybe different field of study.
Okay, Doctor. We have another question here on the chat box. Thank you, Prof, for the question. We have another question from a participant, Miss Mariam. So the question is, how do we encourage Muslims to spend money on Muslim tourism? Despite the Buy Muslim First campaign, Muslims are unconcerned. Okay, thank you for the question. Dr. Irwan, may you please respond?
Okay, so thank you, Mariam. So I think it's also go back to the Muslim First campaign. Kita tengok campaign tu dia berjaya ke tak? Dia at the end dia macam som kuku juga kan. So that's also the same problem also happen in tourism and hospitality industry, because for example, most Muslim tourism industry practitioner, or we can call as an entrepreneur, they are focusing on small scale budget resort or chalet. So I think sometimes we as a customer or a visitor, we are at least what we spend value for money. And then either it is Muslim friendly or Sharia compliance. I think that is number 2 or number 3. So we as a Muslim, I think we have a clear. We have to be some muhasabah lah. We to focus on to apa ni, kita muhasabah, kita taubat sikit, to focus on the first thing is we are focusing on Sharia compliance or Muslim friendly as our top priority in the context of tourism and hospitality. So when we decide to traveling, okay, I think that's my humble comment. So I think we have another question from Aisha. Separate facilities, sport leisure facilities for women. How about family facilities? It is hard for families, especially with small children. Yeah, I think that is the main challenges for facility manager to handle. Okay, that's why most of facilities we have in Malaysia, there are separate facilities is a very critical or very challenges to provide. And then another challenges is to provide family facilities, because we have to first we have facilities for combined area, combination of gender, etc. And then the other one, we have to provide separate facilities, and then we have another requirement to provide family facilities. So maybe the option that we have, based on my experience, there are some facility manager provide a specific duration of time, maybe for specific time, A specifically for this combination, combined gender, and then B, specific time for B, maybe for during a specific time, focus on for woman only, and then male only, and then the last one maybe for specific time for family. I think that is the option, because it is very challenging for facility management to provide different facilities for different types of categories. So because this will include extra cost, extra space, and and etc. I think I'm answering your question, Aisyah.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Saya Abdul Rahman. Nak tanya sikit Doktor.
Boleh.
Malaysia ni pada pandangan orang luar, maksudnya daripada negara asing, adakah Malaysia ni negara macam Islamik ke ataupun lain, maksudnya liberal ke? Itu satulah. Kalau ianya Malaysia dianggap dari orang luar, negara barat sebagai Islamik, nak tanya pada pandangan doktor ataupun kajian, setakat ni facilities yang ada, hospitality yang ada dekat Malaysia ni, berapa persen yang dah kita amalkan secara Islamik, ataupun berapa persen yang masih perlu ditampung untuk kita betul-betul mantap sebagai negara yang tourism Islamic friendly, yang perlu kita buat untuk mantapkan, jadikan total Islamic tourist destination. Okey, itu dua. Ini pandangannya doktor. Pandangan doktor tanya. Nombor tiga, saya tengok benda yang doktor terangkan ni sangat baguslah. Maksudnya kita nampak kita punya target area yang perlu kita improve untuk kita ubah jadikan Islamic tourism center, hospital dan sebagainya lah. Dan saya punya pandangan bagus juga, sebab orang yang nak implement ni adalah sama ada the government, the kementerian ataupun badan-badan yang berkaitan, yang ada orang panggil bukan kuasa, maksudnya macam kementerian sebagainya yang ada bajet dan sebagainya lah. Jadi kita nampak sini mungkin ada satu perkara yang bila nak datang kepada implementation, salah satu facilities untuk improve ialah financial stability lah. And then lagi satu the budget, and then dia orang akan tanya balik the hasil dia ataupun the the income dan the profit. So maksud saya mungkin kalau dia orang akan kata, kalau kita forwardkan pada kementerian, that will be very good, because apa yang di study ni sangat bagus, tetapi mungkin dia orang akan minta kita study tentang the cost untuk nak develop yang the remaining shortcoming to become a totally Islamic friendly tourism juga orang panggil apa, kita panggil the targeted income in order to supaya balik modal. Itu antara area yang mungkin kita perlu tengoklah, kena steady, kena provide sebelum jumpa kita proceed kepada kementerian ataupun badan-badan yang berkaitan ke dalam negeri dan sebagainya. Sebab salah satu facility management, one of the important thing is the financial tu sendirilah. Itu pandangan dan cadangan lah, Doktor. Itu aja. Dan minta yang tadi lah 1-2 soalan tu pandangan Doktor. Terima kasih.
Okey, terima kasih Cik Mahyudin. Ini pun saya punya guru lah di Shah Alam. So
Abdul Rahman.
Tapi suara tu saya kenal. Okay. So yang first question yang berkenaan dengan yang saya boleh tangkap lah jadi sejauh mana pihak luar merujuk Malaysia ni sebagai maybe as a best practice in the context of Muslim friendly ni lah. So surprisingly based on saya bacaan saya lah, my research, kebanyakan negara-negara luar ni memang most of them are preferring Malaysia ni sebagai an example untuk provide the Muslim friendly facilities lah. Tapi bila macam kita sendiri sebagai rakyat Malaysia ni, kadang kita pun terfikir juga bila kita duduk, kita renung balik, betul ke most of the facilities ni yang are we the best in the context of Muslim friendly facilities? So benda tu sama juga bila saya ajukan persoalan yang sama di masa pembentangan untuk dapat grant ni lah di ITC, Islamic Tourism Center. Diorang pun diorang hanya mengeluarkan garis panduan berdasarkan apa-apa yang telah dipraktis di luar. Dan dalam konteks Malaysia tu, saya pun tak berapa nampak dia punya ni. Cuma bagi kebanyakan negara-negara luar, especially Middle East ataupun even ASEAN country, pun merujuk Malaysia as a good Muslim friendly sebagai inilah yang aktif promoting Muslim friendly punya produk ni, especially in tourism and hospitality. So dalam tadi Cik Din ada mention berapa persen dia punya itu saya pun tak dapat dia punya ni. Tapi memang kebanyakan negara luar memang merujuk kita lah, dan rujukan utama dia di yang inilah di bawah agensi MOTEC, Malaysian Tourism, Arts and Culture, MOTEC. So di bawah dia agensi ITC lah, Islamic Tourism Center. So they are the agency yang to promote Muslim friendly and then to promote Islamic tourism bukan setakat di dalam Malaysia, dan mereka juga promote negara-negara luar lah. Tapi main fokus ITC ni dia promote our local product lah. So yang soalan nombor 2 tu saya pun tak berapa jelas lah. Cik perlu hantar kata kerja untuk tapi yang Cik Din punya cadangan ataupun komen berkenaan dengan financial management, itu pun salah satu isu juga yang di highlight semasa permohonan grant ni. Pihak ITC pun, pengurusan tertinggi pun berfikir pun menanyakan soalan yang sama juga. Bagi ialah facilities management, we have to invest some budget to maintain existing facilities. So when we are focusing on improving our facilities with regards to Islamic tourism, Muslim friendly tourism and hospitality ni, mungkin cost tu akan meningkat. So that is the challenges for facilities management yang yang stakeholder lah yang relate to tourism and hospitality. to prove untuk buktikan dengan investment yang kita buat melalui ialah dengan kita improve facilities to support Muslim friendly tourism and hospitality ni, it will generate income in terms of return on investment lah apa yang kita buat, because ialah macam dalam FM pun itulah benda yang paling penting pun untuk kita dapatkan kelulusan kan. Kalau it's a good investment, then barulah top management akan try they willing to invest. Yang tu je lah saya punya komen.
Terima kasih.
Cik Mahyudin aka Abdul Rahman. Terima kasih Cik Din.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Thank you for the question. All right. I think we are almost to the end of the webinar session today, and it's also a Friday. Is there any other final question, or can we stop for the moment?
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Can I make some comment and ask question?
Yes, please, Prof. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Actually, I did put my hands up, but perhaps the moderator didn't see me. Right. Right. First of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Irwan for your PhD and also for the presentation today. Thank you for your willingness to share your research with us today, and I hope whatever that you have accomplished this far will spur you to do more works, and hopefully, inshallah, will also motivate others to go along the track of Shariah compliant or Muslim friendly. So my first question, or rather not a question, is that would you like to join SiBE? We are a loose group of people trying to promote the concept of Shariah compliant in the built environment, and we have people from various background within the built environment, but at the moment it appears that most of our members are from the QS background. So we do require people from other background, and perhaps with your PhD and the works that you have done, not only you can motivate members within SiBE and the rest of us, but also can assist us. And perhaps you know that for now, we are in the midst of coming up with undergraduate elective course for the built environment at FSPU, of course working together with ACIS, but also we are trying to put together a master's program Shariah in the built environment, but that is not the forum for us to discuss here, but this is an invitation. But it is a loose research group, nothing grand, nothing specific like what you have perhaps in your research grant grouping. But of course, hopefully we will go to that end one day, inshallah.
Boleh, inshallah, bro.
But the point that has been raised by Dr. Fadil, is there a difference between Muslim friendly and halal or Sharia compliant? First, I must disqualify myself that because I'm not in this area, I'm not from the fiqh or Sharia background. But based on my reading and my conversation with experts, indeed, there is a big difference. Yeah, because when we talk about Sharia compliant or halal, for example, in the context of you mentioned halal and toiban, for example, yeah, the degree of compliance or adherence is not negotiable. Whereas we talk about Muslim friendly, for example, again, you have to talk to people with knowledge in these areas, but based on my reading, yeah, and in my work, Muslim friendly is, for example, you go to a restaurant, yeah, so they have facilities and space provided for Muslim to enjoy their halal meal. Whereas within that surroundings, they are also serving liquor and stuff like that. Whereas we're talking about halal, yeah, there is no negotiation. So in that whole area, because we are supposed as Muslims not to be involved in an environment where, for example, in a meal, we are sitting together with others who are consuming alcohol, for example, because that implies we are bersubhat.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to extend this discussion, but in short, to extend the question asked by Dr. Fadil, perhaps we need to do more research for people from the built environment background, but indeed it is different. Yeah. Okay, that's one I would like to say. In the context of Muslim friendly, and I only want to share what I'm doing right now. I've retired, so whatever I'm doing is pro bono, but we are developing a Muslim friendly rating for ASEAN countries. We are working with Japan at the moment, no fees. So if you're talking about big research grant and stuff like that, we are not into that. Yeah. But the experience that I gained from this is that while what you did today, you are listing what are the requirements, yeah, services, food, and stuff like that, yeah. But the problem, in particular, when we are dealing with non-Muslim who wants to provide these facilities, is that the how to. The how to. That is the trouble that they're having now. There are three main reasons. Number one, because they don't understand the religion and the practice. So there is no spirituality in there. They're only doing it physically, but they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Number two, of course, the potential of business element coming into it. Hence, for example, like somebody asked about having two separate swimming pool, for example, or people say reserve spaces in the hotel for the purpose of Muslim prayer room, for example, ablution. The list goes on, you know. But from the economic perspective, depending on how we look at it, perhaps in Malaysia, this could be of a less of a problem because we are Muslim majority and Muslim come here. But for Japan, China, Taiwan, Korea, for example, they said they can't do that. It's impossible for them to reserve a space which is very expensive just for people to do their prayers. Whereas in this context, the number of Muslim going to that place may not be the majority. So we need to find a solution to this thing, which is what I'm working now with my colleague from Japan. And number three, more importantly, yeah, when we look at it, the problem that I face now in relation to da'wah is that there is a tendency for us Muslim to commodify religion. For example, in Japan, that's why they come to us. When they ask the authorities to assist them leading to halal certification, it costs them thousands. Yeah, to prepare the infrastructure and the fees, and eventually to maintain it. And they can't afford it. Not until they are assured. Of course, we will say to them, if you have this, people will come, but there is no guarantee. So we have to find a solution. That is where me and my colleague, we step in from the Muslim Travel Association of Japan. We are working on it. We're trying to read, and we split all these facilities into 5 different categories, not like one macro area, into micro. We are talking about food vendors, how to be halal or Muslim friendly. We are talking about restaurant, but without food. We are talking of restaurant with food facilities. We are talking about shopping complexes with halal Muslim restaurant and stuff like that. So, I mean, the list goes on. But the point that I'm making, if we try to reorganize our mindset and put it as da'wah, yeah. So I'm not suggesting that people in the authority shouldn't charge for their services because there are costs to be borne. Somebody will have got to pay for this, you know. So perhaps we Muslim should, in areas where we are not a majority, create a tabung, for example, wakaf, so that money from that tabung can be used by these people in order to develop facilities that Muslim can use, that we are sure of it is halal, for example. If we cannot get the physical facilities, then perhaps we provide them with understanding, with knowledge, so that they can provide what is good for us without them having to fork out a lot of money and facilities. So I call this commodification of religion, which I think up to a point I'm embarrassed because JMA said to me, because he knows that they know that I'm looking to this for about 10 years now. Yeah? So they said, if you can help us, because we can't afford it, but we want to provide. We know their potential. You see? So, I mean, I'm not making any comment about your work. Well done, very good. Yeah. But all I'm saying is that we need to look into the different perspective now. The perspective that you're looking today appears to be from a Muslim-friendly or Muslim-majority country. Where we walk,
Yeah.
we get the facilities. We just want to be assured because they are non-Muslim in the country. And why the Middle East people, for example, look at us? Because in their country, for example, like Saudi Arabia, for instance, it is by default. They don't have to question. Dia tak boleh fikir benda ni, sepatutnya dah jadi macam itu. Ya, tapi di sini, di Malaysia, for example, ada sikit prasangka. Because kita ada juga orang yang bukan Islam, mungkin orang ni tak faham. Dia ingat halal. Saya tidak ada sangka balik. Maknanya, dia mungkin rasa benda ni dah boleh makan, tapi rupanya tak boleh. Itu yang kita kena pastikan. Hence, this Muslim friendly. Tapi kalau halal, you kena jakim. For example, you see. So, there is the cost element. And when I calculate, when I look at it, memang mahal sangat.
Betul.
Even kalau tu hari kita organisekan satu seminar untuk diorang, ya, this proprietor ni, hotel people, restaurant people kan, kita nak organisekan, kita nak ambil authority sama ada JAKIM ke, SIRIM ke atau yang dapat certification from these people kan, beribu. So kita organize ourselves, we pay a smaller fee with a big group so that they can understand. Sebab sekarang ni mudah aja. Dia tak faham apa itu sertu kan. Kita tahu, kita katakan bila kita kena najis kan, kita kena samak kan.
Yeah.
Tapi ada beza samak dengan sertu. Even orang Islam sendiri pun tak pasti.
Itulah, tak clear.
Okay, so saya stop di sini sebab masa pun dah lewat. Tapi poin saya ni ialah good work. We need to expand this, but we must, instead of focusing on what we need to do in this respect, which is good, we need to look at it from the element of the dakwah to be together. Your listing must accompany with the element of dakwah. Kita bagi list saja, kita baca, kita our first approach dulu dekat JMA, kita bagi senarai apa patut dia buat kan. Dia nak dapat daripada authority kena bayar. So kita bagi apa yang kita tahu kan. Tapi bila kita masukkan elemen dakwah, maknanya bagi dia faham. Jadi bila dia faham, services yang dia buat tu akan lebih sempurna, lebih murni. So dia tahu walaupun dia bukan Islam.
Betul bro.
Wallahu alam. But I mean, well done. I hope you can join SiBE. Indeed,
InsyaAllah.
with your PhD, of course you can help us. Wallahu alam. Thank you. I've taken more of your time. Actually, saya angkat tangan tadi, tapi mungkin moderator tak nampak. But then again, others also have got question. It's an interesting topic. Assalamualaikum. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Very interesting. InsyaAllah, we're looking forward lah to contribute with this team, insyaAllah. I will try my best. Okay.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, thank you, Prof, for the questions and comments. I think, inshallah, I think for anybody who would like to have more to ask Dr. Irwan more questions, Dr. Irwan is always available through email. You can look it up on the website, FSPU UiTM Perak, correct, Doctor?
Yeah. Inshallah.
Okay, I think we have to stop now. It's already time, 12 or 10. I would just like to sum up a little bit about the talk today. I find it very interesting and very informative that the epistemology of the Muslim friendly tourism hospitality facilities management encompasses the spiritual goals, rational concepts, spiritual components, products, both tangible and intangible demands. And it is a very challenging research topic actually. And in addition, I think it has made me more aware about the importance and significance of MFHT and the fact that this research is actually an effort to promote more Shariah compliance, tourism related facilities, and also is a form of da'wah to attract non-Muslims maybe to what we practice as Muslims and what we feel is the best practice. And it is an uphill task actually, I think. However, I am very glad to be moderating this session, and I would like to thank again to the speaker, Surveyor Dr. Irwan, the organizing committee and participants for making this session a success. We also have, I think, an international participant, Miss Hani from Universiti of Muhammadiyah, Banjarmasin, Indonesia. Thank you for attending. And before we end this session, let us all recite the Surah Al-As and Tasbih Kafarah. And until we meet again, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.